Weird on a Sunday afternoon for what I read between the lines. Your lies, dum 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 dum. Your lies, dum 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 dum. Leaving on a silver train only yesterday. You tried stacking up things that seem to be relics from a time gone by. Keep stacking is what you said to me. Guys, good morning. Good morning, fellow billionaires. This is Silver 5150 with your morning update for Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. Little STP for you. No, not the Motor Oil, but Stone Temple Pilots. That was their gigantic hit dubbed the Interstate Love Song from the 1994 album Purple. Not the best rendition, but just enough to get us kicked off for today. And I want to give you some extra eye candy and some incentive to continue signing up, to continue subscribing, because that is what we have waiting for you once we get to 2,500 subscribers. That is correct. It's a 2017 1/10 ounce Somali elephant, silver Somali elephant. That's the back side. Let's go ahead and straighten that out. Get our OCD in order. We'll pan back to those later, but that right there is a 2019 silver Tuluvian Queen Anne's Revenge Blackbeard Black flagship in a silver coin form. Amex Mint Direct, right? Non-Mint Direct versions of this coin right now are retailing on eBay for close to $140 a pop. This is our $2,500 giveaway on the Silver 5150 channel. This is no BS. This is a real giveaway. We already did one at 1,000 subscribers. We're doing this at 2,500 subscribers. And don't make me pull out the nugget again, because at 5,000 subscribers, we're going to do a 10-ounce giveaway for the 5,000 subscriber marker. So if you like what you see here, continue subscribing, continue liking, and check us out on Instagram. We're trying to set up an Instagram page there for Silver 5150. So yeah, we'll get more going with that, get you some links, and get you taking a look at some of the stuff we got there as we build it. All right, so back to our show. So like I said, good morning, fellow billionaires. And we are out here close to the end of the week trying to figure out how to get things done. And yeah, just enjoyed a little STP there off their album Purple, the Interstate Love Song. We don't have anything purple for you today, just silver, right? Silver like these. 100, 1 ounce, Engelhard Prospector rounds. That's right, guys. That's right. These are some beauties from 1984. They're all from 1984. And the thing is, I did not know they were going to be these. I ordered them because I saw the Prospector on the front. I saw that the finish was very nice, and I went, oh, I want those. So I don't want to make you sad. I only want to make you glad, but I was able to pick these up back 2 years ago when spot price was around $17, and I think I paid close to $20 a piece for these back then 2 years ago. And so I grabbed 100 of them, and there's not 100 here. I was kind of dishonest about that. There's only about 80 here. The other 20 are in capsules, and you've probably seen those ones that encapsulate it in the other shows. All right? Sorry. So, yeah, but the thing is, even though these are, 35 years old, 36 years old, they've held up very well. They've held up very well over time. And the fit and finish on them are very nice. And I wouldn't call these proof or proof-like. I would call these, proof uncirculated. I don't know. I mean, they're rounds, so they don't really have a rating or anything like that. But I mean, look at that sheen, man. Look at that. Isn't that something? Oh, got them crooked on the table there. So yeah. Anyway, this kind of theme here, anything historical that has to do with the acquisition of precious metals, the acquisition of silver in particular, like this guy here, just out in the creek, minding his own business, living a do no harm, quiet kind of lifestyle, right? He's always gathered enough to get by, but still speculating on when that real payday is going to hit. All right, this guy knows that he's onto something, and hopefully nobody finds his spots, and he can continue prospecting and speculating in the hopes for a better future, waiting for the real payday to come. Yeah, and so like I said, I have some of these in capsules, and those I keep in capsules for the possibility of a quick trade or quick sell. But thankfully, things haven't gotten to that point yet. For now, they're much more useful as showpieces in the morning for chats like these, the kept ones in capsules and the ones that are out of the capsules. So I'm not going to let any of these go for a while because I notice as we get down the road, they are quite a bit more collectible. So hang on one second. Had to clear that out. So yeah, we got giveaways coming up. We got all kinds of stuff coming up and stuff. But we just like to provide you guys with content, content and stuff, and that is something that makes me very happy. I hear the comments from you guys saying that you look forward to hearing me start off your day about precious metals, mostly silver, while you sip your coffee. And look, I gotta say, I find that a comforting thought. I would never have imagined that people would let me come into their homes and tell them about things that I think I know about, or act like some kind of silver sage, which I'm not. That would be David Morgan. But there we go. That's much better. But I mean, I like starting my day this way. I like starting it with you guys. I like hanging out with you guys. I like dealing, listening and reading your comments and responding to your comments throughout the day. I get some emails every once in a while, people with questions. I try to answer them. If I don't have an answer, there's always someone else in the community that can definitely answer it and stuff. And so, but at least I like to know that I'm contributing on some meaningful level. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you letting me do that. So anyway, I remember when I first started stacking, at least locally, I lived in a vacuum here where I am, where there are no like minds or no interests of like minds around at the time. If people were into silver at that time, they weren't making themselves known. And I don't think there really was many people around here that were into silver. Some people that knew about it loosely, but nobody was really into it, not till I started talking openly about it. And then, people started warming up to it around town. So I'm not saying I've created the silver movement in my town. I just basically probably reawakened something that was already here. So you never know. But it was back during this period that I really didn't have anything to keep me motivated except the mathematics of the outcome of the upcoming reset. I knew the upcoming reset was going to be a big deal. I knew there was going to be a lot of wealth transfer during that time, and I finally found the vehicle in which it was going to happen, because I've been spending a lot of my life trying to figure that out, trying to figure out, what is going to be the asset vehicle of choice for this wealth transfer to take place. The bad energy leaves somewhere and it goes somewhere new. Leaves somewhere old and it goes somewhere new, and this is the new place. This is the new space. This is the new wealth cycle, and the boon in which we are going to have our unlimited wealth channeled into the new economic paradigm. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself when I first started stacking, holy cow, holy cow, holy cow. I'm just stacking little bits and pieces and bars and stuff and whatever I get my hands on. All right. And putting it all into my little tiny Wells Fargo safe. That's right. I started out with a little tiny Wells Fargo safe. This guy, he probably had a little tiny Wells Fargo safe too. Nah, he had a donkey. Anyway, yeah. And so I was putting stuff in my small Wells Fargo safe. And to think that there was this entire world out there that I had never realized existed, until that point. And it never associated, silver with accumulated wealth. I just, I knew about it. But even then, I knew that if I was going to enter this world, that my goals would take some time to achieve, but still remained in a panic buying mode all the way till today, which I feel has served me pretty well. Are the bills steep? Yes, the bills are steep. I do carry a lot of credit debt, and I chip away at that. I chip away at that by working as much as I can, and but I hold the silver. I don't own it. I hold it. I hold it. But no, I don't regret it at all. I don't regret it for a minute. I think it's worth every penny. And I think at some point, like I said, the silver I have is going to outperform any of the interest that I've accrued or any of the bills that I accrued, and even start to eat into the principal as the spot price goes up. And I'm able to pay down the principal and get rid of the debt altogether with very little silver. I foresee a day when you'll be able to take these 4 ounces right here and pay your monthly bills. I foresee a day when you actually will be able to take this 1 ounce right here and pay your monthly bills. Now, that'll be probably close to the top of the market. But that's something we're all going to be watching and something we're all going to be assisting and helping each other with. Saying, hey, man, there's somebody out there buying Eagle Heart rounds, 1984 rounds for, $5,000 a pop. And it won't be, because the spot price is $5,000. The spot price will probably be like, $1,700. But because there will be no inventory and there'll be nothing available and there'll be all of this, like I said, plenty of money sloshing around, you will be able to receive the equivalent of what $5,000 used to do in a non-dollar denominated paradigm once we get to that point. But, like I said, baby steps, baby steps. Right now, we're just trying to see if we can get to $30 an ounce. Because I know a lot of you guys are sitting there going, well, that's great. Silver 5150, you have all these lofty dreams and you have all these lofty ideas, but why don't we get to just $30 an ounce first and then we'll go from there? I know. I stay pie in the sky, but every once in a while I come down and put a little, ice cream on top and just kind of sit and enjoy it and not get so caught up in the pie itself. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, probably the first 2 years when I started stacking, I just simply bought what I thought was the best value at the time. I would look on the screen, scroll through the different retailers and stuff, and like, that looks good. That's a reasonable price. Buy it. Got the money. How many can I get? Like Silver Game of Thrones says, I don't care about, what the price is per se, as long as it's reasonable. I just want to know how much I can get. And that's what I'll get. Even right now, we've got people saying, hey, man, these premiums are kind of high. Should I wait to buy silver? And as Silver Joker said in his video last night, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We are not in a buyer's market anymore. We were in a buyer's market for many, many years. And unfortunately, a lot of you guys missed that. We are in a seller's market now. And if you've ever been in a seller's market in the housing sector, you know how vicious and how competitive it can get. The time ticks away by the day, where the housing prices go up by the day. Same thing is going to be happening with silver once we get rolling again into the next leg up. And guys, look, I don't know, from COMEX inventories, I don't know from, available retail inventories, but I can tell you right now, just based on the number of alert me's and no longer in stock and out of stock tabs that I'm seeing at these websites, I'm telling you, it's probably a tenth of what it was inventory wise even 5 years ago. So if you're able to buy silver, buy silver. If you can get a good deal, get a good deal. If you can get an okay deal, take it. If it's a bad deal and the timing is where you have to buy it because otherwise, the price is going to go up, or maybe, the cash is, going to be allocated to something else and you would rather buy silver, then buy the silver. There's so many times that I bought silver that I had to hold my nose because I felt that I was kind of getting the shaft. But that's the kind of the game we're in. It's the same principle as, doing cost price averaging stacking, to where you stack a little bit every month and whatever the price is, you just stack, and you don't concern yourself so much with the spot price. Well, just like, with the inventories, you kind of stack when you can, stack what you can, just be as reasonable as you can, and, try to do yourself as little damage as you can. But understand, on the other side of this, we're going to be looking at numbers and valuations and returns that are going to be, make what's going on right now the butt of jokes. And we'll make those jokes right here on the show. It's like, remember, guys, when we were talking about $28 silver and had a $5 premium, can we leave that? So right, I know. And so right now we're at $170 spot and, $50 premium. So how do you feel? That's going to be my line of questioning when I come out to it. All right, so yeah, so I was panic buying. I've been panic buying the entire time. I slowed down finally when we did this next leg up, and I actually am very selective about what I buy now. And I don't buy as much, but I'm still stacking with you guys. I'm still in it. All right. Now, yeah, at that time when I first started, man, I was so enamored with the silver world. I just felt so blessed to get it. I just got whatever gave me the best bang for the buck. I did, and even though it was the most awesome thing in the world, to me, um, other people were sitting there going, "Wow, you're wasting your money." I'm like, "Okay, well, here we are, and here they are today, and they're coming to me asking me questions about silver." It's very, very, very funny how that works. So anyway, being that everything was so plentiful back then, it was amazing to see that a lot of stuff that is out that was out back then is exclusive now. Like I don't even know if you can get these. I really don't. I haven't looked around and stuff. I think they're available. And if you know anything about the Englehart rounds, they are two different versions of the 1984 Englehart rounds. And they have different years and stuff. 86, 82, I think they've got some. But the ones you want, believe it or not, even though this cool eagle logo on the back looks great, the E logo, which is the Englehart logo, is what you want if you're going to collect these rounds, because those are more collectible. with the Englehart logo on it. I guess because Englehart's out of business. Actually, I don't know if they are out of business because I know they make gold and all that stuff. So maybe they're still in the game. Somebody let me know in the comments below. I didn't do any research on them. Maybe we'll do a spotlight on Englehart one of these days. Anyway, so, talking about exclusivity, take, for example, the 10-ounce bar versions of these are retailing right now in a lot of places from anywhere between $400 and $500. Guys, that's like $13 to $15 over spot. Actually, no, it's a lot more than that. It's like 20 something, $23 to $25 over spot. For 10-ounce Englehart bars, which I guess there just aren't that many of them because these rounds right here, they only retail for, I don't know, probably about, $6 or $7 over spot, just like everything else out there. Okay. So anyway, as I waffle about talking about me, which is something I do a lot, I talk about me, what I've been doing, my history and stuff. This is really a show about savings. We're going to talk about savings today, a little bit of psychology, and the fear of it. And we're going to go deep, people. So get strapped in. And while you do that, let's take a quick look at the markets. All right. So today it looks like stock futures are down a wee bit because the jobless claims are coming in. Jobless claims are coming in today and tomorrow. And we're going to find out what the real deal is on unemployment and employment levels. I'm sure they'll doctor the numbers and try to turn it and spin it into good news, but it's not good news. And I'm not a doomsday guy, like I said, but the job numbers are abysmal, okay? And so it's going to be coming in. And so right now, stock futures are down about 1/10 to 1/4%, just like yesterday. Not very much, kind of riding that flat line after breaking some records yesterday. Now, before I report anything else, I want to point something out. Yesterday during the report, I was calling for $12,000 plus close on the NASDAQ, and it looks like we got it. I think the NASDAQ closed yesterday at 12,080, or 12,080. So strangely enough, back when I started stacking precious metals, guys, back when I started stacking silver, the Dow was at 12,000, and that was 7 years ago. Think about that. So if you don't think that stocks are in a Fed-fueled hyperinflationary doom vortex, think again. I'm telling you. So my hat's off to those that have been able to benefit from this, been able to benefit from the stock market, been playing it. I know, Kobe, you're out there and you're doing puts against Apple, which I think is very cool. If you're smart enough and sharp enough to do that, that's a good way to make some money. Timing is everything because I think that Apple's at the top right now too, and they're on the way down. So puts on Apple are definitely a good bid right now. And if you guys don't know what puts are basically bets against a stock that is going to go down. And as it goes down, you make money off of people that have to sell at that time. Sorry. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P 500, and the Russell 2 small caps are just tracking downward a little bit, trying to anticipate what's going to come out for these jobless claims. Okay, but I think the Nasdaq is going to continue breaking records and pretty much carry all of the equity markets along with it. Kind of weird that one index can do all that. Excuse me. So, precious metals today. Gold and silver, they're attempting to hang on. Looks like we're going to get some more pullback today. But notice that those very, very strong resistance lines. And I think for silver, it's going to be $27. And for gold, it's going to be $1,923 as the old high. Let's see if they'll stay intact. Now, if those resistance lines break down, guys, if they break down significantly today and we go into Friday with some bad economic news and stocks are on the way down and, the hedge funds have to sell, to get liquidity, to handle the sell-off in the stocks and stuff, we could see us going below those resistance lines in the precious metals. In which case, let me get up here. In which case, we're going to see a greater pullback. I don't really know if that's going to happen because there's two things intersecting. We've got inventories that are going to really, really put some pressure on the spot price of stocks, spot price of precious metals, and actually drive them upward. So we've got the Fed trying to smash metals down, and we got, of course, the real world inventories taking metals up. So we'll see. We'll see about that. All right, so that is your market update for today, and we'll go ahead and keep an eye on things. But I gotta say, the truth of this stage is we really don't know what's going to happen at this point, given that the Fed has removed all of the valves off of its fiat printing fire hydrant, and it's just letting it flow freely into Wall Street firms and commercial banks. They don't care. They don't care. Heaven forbid that any of that crazy money, crazy cash that comes out of the Fed fire hydrant makes it into the stimulus plans, the consumer stimulus plans, which are all the politicians talk about to get political leverage. Have been on the books forever. We got the one $1,200 check, or some of us did, some of us didn't, and they're still talking about the other $1,200 check, which over a year amounts to $200 a month, guys. It's nothing. It's nothing. So anyway, real quick, in other news, it looks like platinum was reduced down to an 800 handle yesterday. So that means it got down into the 800s. So I hope that those of you that are of the platinum mindset were able to take advantage of that. So, if you did, let me know. Because I like to know that somebody is able to grab some platinum if it's still available. All right, now back to our topic about financial psychology. In this particular case, savings or the fear of it. And I'm talking about cash savings in particular. Now, I could go into the fear of not having savings. And in fact, I think we can all attest that not having any savings is a real rational fear. All right. To live without any savings is a risk tolerance that even I can't handle. And you guys know how bonkers I am. Okay. So I mitigate, that idea of, having savings. And even though I'm all in on silver, I have part of my stack on quick release, which I mentioned before, in case I need ready cash for an emergency. I have fractional gold that I keep and certain types of silver that I have at the ready, in capsules or at the depository to sell at a moment's notice, along with buyers in my circle that I know have capital. These guys are ready to purchase it. Are you ready to sell some gold? Are you ready to sell some gold? Do you want to sell some silver? Not yet, not yet. Okay, and so then, I have them on quick draw. But, that's not the kind of fear I'm talking about. I'm not the kind of fear I'm talking about not having any savings. I'm talking about those people who have saved so hard for so long in a particular instrument, mainly cash like the dollar, that these people, they are almost incapable of reallocating said capital. Not spending it. I said reallocating said capital, said cash, even though they know the dollar's on their deathbed. These are people that are partially awake. They know that there are better alternatives out there to save in, but the old paradigm way of thinking still runs deep inside them. For months now, I've been trying to convince people that are very close to me with this mindset to please reconsider their allocation levels. Please reconsider their allocation levels and then adjust them. Just make the adjustment to gain the maximum benefit in a more positive precious metals weighting in their portfolios. And if you think about it, I bet you have people like this in your life too. Okay? People who are outstanding savers, but are so draconian in their custodianship of it that they potentially harm themselves and that they'll never be able to switch from saving to actually using that savings. I mean, some people are capable of releasing a little bit, but take it from me, coming from a bloodline that has a legacy of negative generational wealth, it still amazes me the number of people on the opposite side of the spectrum, the ones that die wealthy beyond the dreams of Azareth and never ever having enjoyed their efforts, even in the end. I gotta get my camera right there. Now look, from the very outset of my channel, I've given numerous real-life illustrations of radical savings techniques, along with their outcomes. I've had things go bad, I've had things go good. But I've done this, I put this on my channel in the hopes that if others could see some of the scariest scenarios out there and how survivable they are, that they would begin to break free of their savings prison that they've created for themselves. And look, I'm not saying that, savings is a bad thing. That's not what I'm implying at all. Saving is a very good practice and provides peace of mind as well as flexibility and choices. However, when you allow yourself to become paralyzed by the fear of ever touching it, and that goes for your 401k or any other kind of savings asset, and at a time that we know that the medium in question, which is the dollar, in which most people save, the medium in question, the dollar, is on the way out. We don't know exactly when, but we know it's going to be soon. And we know this is going to happen. What would it take to convince those people that you're close to that they don't have to be taken down with it? They don't have to go down with it. I'm close to people at all levels of the spectrum, but I would very much love for all of them to achieve the maximum level of prosperity by positioning well and being able to live a life without limits, like I plan to do later. And I agree with Dave Ramsey, who says, to live today like no one else, so that later you can live like no one else. I love this axiom, and I believe that it is more closely related to a stacker's, actually, than any other investment class. All right, so that is my diatribe about savings psychology, or the fear of it, the fear of using it. And now I have a few quick programming notes before we go. So right now I'm currently in the throes of working on some collaborative projects with other content providers in our community. You can probably speculate as to who, but as a result, I will not be on the air next week. I know. I'll be out next week working on joint projects in the YouTube community, but take heart. Next week is actually a short week. It's an abbreviated week in the markets anyway. And I'll be back before you know it, for those of you that actually care. And look, you'll have a lot more content to look forward to as a result, right? Yay! It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, guys, look, I'm Silver5150 telling you that your stack is not whack and that just 12 ounces to your name keeps you 99% ahead of the game. Oh, and by the way, I just want to congratulate Silver Conundrum. Hey, Silver Conundrum, dude, great job. On YouTube, Silver Conundrum on YouTube. Check him out if you haven't. Congratulations to him on a successful giveaway for 100 subscribers. And he is actually already up to 108 subscribers. So it's going very well over there. So Silver Conundrum, check him out if you haven't. Congratulations on your 100 subscriber giveaway. I hope it went smooth and without a hitch. Great, great job. All right. And I also like to remind you guys to be prepared for our upcoming giveaways. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I'm going to do it. Our upcoming giveaways. Oh, guys, this is not a cheesy giveaway. This is the real deal. $140 retail price on eBay. Now, eBay, it's kind of liquid and kind of questionable. But, let's just chop $40 off that. It's a $100 coin right here. $100 coin. And these right here, these 10th ounce Somali elephants, which I think it'd be hard pressed to get, probably are retailing around $10. So, not a bad deal for somebody who's going to be the winner of our 2,500 subscriber giveaway. But anyway, so, yeah, I want to remind you guys of that. All right. And I've got a special treat for you guys tomorrow also, right? Per the request of one of our subscribers. And I agree with them that it is high time that we caught up with the members of our Secret Silver Society. Okay, if you recall in our last episode, Captain John Senga, expat stacker, along with other cast and crew, were instrumental in rescuing the stranded passengers of the Maroon Ice Maiden, Luxo Breaker. It's an icebreaker that got stuck out in the Arctic, circle right there at the North Pole. And so tomorrow we're going to go ahead and join our fearless heroes and close that storyline and let you know everything turned out pretty good. All right. So we'll see how that goes, see how my writing goes, see if it's really corny, really cheesy, and if you guys actually listen to the whole video. I can see that. I can see if you guys watch the whole video. A lot of times you don't, but that's okay. It's kind of long anyway. Anyway, so as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and I ask that you always please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and start checking us out on Instagram. We're still putting it together. We're trying to get it together, but you know what? We're going to have it up and running. It's going to be good. Going to do a lot of work on it this weekend and stuff. And so hopefully that'll be something that you guys can enjoy and share with your friends and family. So until then, we'll catch you tomorrow with a brief market update and then learn the fate of the Silver Secret Stacking Society heroes. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.